welcome to another week of Radio Melee. How's everybody doing? We got a very special guest who had to wake up very early in the morning. What's up, aMSa?
What's up,
Good
guys?
morning.
Good morning.
Wow, what time is it over there?
It's
8?
around the 8. Yeah, 8 a.m.
Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate it too.
Yeah. So I should really have it prepared. So I'm joined by, what am I joined by? I'm joined by the number, oh God, I don't have it memorized. The number 6 and the number, maybe you're 7. Are you 7? The number 7
Yeah.
and the number 21 players of all time.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you feel about that, PP?
I really hope we can put that number by my name on the overlay for next week. Yeah, people just really need to know that at all times about me.
Yeah. Why not? aMSa, you have been on this. They've done this sort of thing before, this top 100 of all time, and you've only moved up. You've been I've noticed you've been on here before, but you're way higher than you were last time. I'm noticing that in the first time they did this, you were somewhere on there, number 64, and you've only moved up since then. Crazy stuff. Do you think you're gonna keep going higher?
Yeah, keep going higher. I'm told number one spot.
How was your preparation for Smash Summit 12? I saw that, you know.
Yeah, it looks pretty good because because it was Slippi.
Yeah.
Slippi, so I can practice with some Japanese people everywhere. So during the computer situation, I can't find any opponents. So, but now I can practice with some JP player. That's very good.
I watched the the Smash World Tour Japanese tournament with Deft got second, and I guess the new player that I think a lot of people are noticing is Ingen.
Ingen. Yeah, he's a new player. He just started their melee. I think last year.
Last year?
Yeah, last year.
August.
Yeah. Jeez, he looks really good for starting last year. He beat like Shippu and some players like that, right? Sanne?
He did not play versus Sanne, but he beat a lot of the JP player at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, he was the Slippi kid.
Jeez, that's so cool. I'm really happy that there's still like some really good, new players like that coming out of Japan.
Yeah, it looks pretty good situation in Japan. And the other Japanese player, Futsuka, he's a Fox player, but he's living in really kind of country. How do I say country?
He like lives in the country.
Yeah. He's living in the North Japan. He can't find any opponent, but after Slippi coming, he gets better and better and better.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I watched his combo video. He made a combo video for. I guess this is the other piece of big news. It's not news, but Melee's 20th birthday. Yeah. I think that's cool.
Congratulations, Melee.
Congratulations, Melee.
That's true.
And Futsuka made a combo video for the 20th birthday of Melee, and it actually was really cool.
Yeah, he's pretty good. And but do you guys remember at the Smash World Tour in East Asia, I beat everyone without losing a single game.
I saw that. I did see that.
Yeah, cool. I did. Yeah, I did 18-0.
I don't think any other region. I don't think anyone went 18-0. That's insane. That's insane. Doesn't that kind of and this was amongst all, like there were a lot of good players there, right? Like Shunsuke was there, Shippu.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Who did you beat? Who were your opponents?
I beat Bugsy from Vancouver. The Mulo Sheik player. I think he's a top 5 or top 6 Sheik player. And Sanne. Wow. And in bracket, I beat Ingen, Death. So Mars.
Marth. It's not bad for you, but Muro, I played Muro in pools at when I went to Tokyo at that tournament in the Red Bull
Yeah.
space. Muro actually beat me in pools, so I know Muro's
really?
really good. Yeah, he beat me in pools. He really fast player.
Yeah, he's inspired by the Flash, a Japanese legendary
Love
ship
Flash.
player.
Love Flash.
Yeah,
Man.
his sick is pretty crazy. Oh yeah, some people knew it.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be you, Deft, and Ingen coming to.
Cool.
Was that your first time meeting Ingen? That tournament?
Yes. But we're talking a lot at the when we were practicing. Like it's in Japan we can't find any opponent in unranked matches. Basically, we can play like the 5 or 6 people. So I played with Ingen a lot in unranked, and then I'm teaching how to beat Yoshi. Martha's those option works pretty well versus Yoshi or something.
Wow.
And his versus Yoshi gets better and better quicker. I was surprised. Finally, I can talk with him.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm really excited to see. I mean, I guess he's going to be in America, so I think a lot of people are going to be pretty excited to see how he performs.
Yeah.
At the finals. Yeah, and remember, guys, for everybody in the chat, remember that we've got, you can ask us, ask aMSa or me and PP any questions you want with !Radio Melee. Very, very easy. You're gonna get a link to join the server, and it's you just hop in and you can ask us whatever question you want in the submit topics here channel. We've already got some good questions coming out. PP, do you want to you have anything you want to ask aMSa before we get into our responses to Wizzy's community voice?
Well, we've already talked about it a little bit, so I can tie in something I had written down. It's you can answer this however you want, aMSa, but I'm especially curious. You're saying that Slippi has kind of changed Japan. I'm kind of thinking, how was the Japanese scene when you started playing, and how have you kind of seen it change over time? And maybe to say it differently, do you think Slippi is going to absolutely just change everything for Japan? Because it already sounds like it's starting to do that, just with it being out as long as it has.
Oh, so when I started in Melee, Japanese Melee scene is just get bigger and bigger. That was a really good timing for me. But in 6 years, Slippi coming. Slippi looks pretty good for the people who had a really good motivations in Japan. And some local player like Swartzcr and Ingen. Ingen is also living in the far from the Tokyo regions. Yeah, he's living in the west Japan. So, but unfortunately, some Japanese people are just losing their motivation because of the after COVID situation happened. Some people in Japan has their job, so they have to focus on the job, and we can't hold any offline tournament. So some Japanese especially are losing their motivations. There is some tournament in Slippi, but we really miss the offline Smash tournament. I think next year we can have some tournament. So I hope some people get motivation again.
Yeah, so it sounds like things overall have improved for Japan since you started just steadily, and then maybe it's been more mixed since quarantine, but you see it overall still just going to trend upward, and these players like Ingen are kind of showing that overall this is still a good thing for Japan. So I just wanted to highlight that because we don't we don't talk about a lot of scenes that aren't NA so often, but I
Mhm.
mean, this is something really cool that Fizzy's made that's helped out a lot of people in a
Mhm.
lot of places. So I
Yes,
really
true,
wanted to
true.
highlight that, and I'm very happy about that for Japan and what that can do for the world
Mhm.
for Melee.
Yeah, but yeah, this is why I feel that Japanese smashers lost their motivation. So yeah, I did 18-0. So it means yeah, the
Did you
level between yeah.
did you feel like you played really well because you practiced really hard, or do you also feel like other people like didn't play as well or something?
I
Like
think other people doesn't play because they're really busy.
really?
So
That's
let me
really
ask you this. Are you upset that you didn't JV5 everyone? Because you did
Mhm.
18-0, but I mean, you could have done better.
Mhm.
Does that upset you?
I I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
I'm just kidding
Yeah.
with you, man. I think
Yeah.
you did awesome. I think that's cool.
Mhm.
I like how proud you are of it. I just thought I'd joke around a little bit, but
Mhm.
obviously, congratulations. I think we
Yeah,
are
thank
looking
you.
forward to seeing you at Summit and World Tour, and I'm sure
Yeah.
people have questions about that. So we can turn it over to people in just a moment. But before we do, I think maybe now's a good time to hop into our community voice from Wizzy. So
Mhm.
we are going to be talking about Wizzy here for this one, AMSA, and I'd be glad to hear whatever you think your favorite thing about Wizzy is here. But
Mhm.
what his question was what's your favorite thing about Wizzy to the community? So, Toph, I can start, or
Mm.
you can start, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so we got 115 EDM says Wizzy's SDI teleports are insane, which I agree with. Wizzy has got to be one of the most hyped players, but the hype is in the details. If you appreciate how hard his reaction tech chases combo game and SDI inputs are to do, then it's impossible not to pop off when Wizzy wins. And yeah, I mean, he does do a lot of generally hard things. So I think it really depends on what you're looking for when you're watching. But yeah, I mean, this has got we got a few things that are even upvoted quite a bit here, especially what Jangles is saying. Um, as a spectator, I like that Wizzy is a surpriser. Not that he doesn't consistently perform super well, but every tournament you see him, you think, is this going to be one of those where he goes nuts? And yeah, Wizzy does. It is kind of surprising. Like he's not 100% consistent, so he does kind of have an underdog factor to him in some of these where he wins, and I think that is inspiring for a lot of people.
Yeah, the question again being like, what does how did he word it? He was saying like, what do you enjoy watching me
Most,
do the most, kind of thing.
yeah, I think most about him, yeah.
What do you enjoy the most about me? Yeah, seems like the common thread here is you know like his try hard but very like impressive, very difficult to emulate playstyle.
I'm looking here
Um,
at Kent Miller's comment. He says that Wizzy even sweats in Mario Party.
yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I enjoy anything Wizzy. This guy is so dedicated to improving his gameplay, not just in Melee, but anything he plays. He even sweats in Mario Party. I just like seeing people be dedicated to improve. It inspires me to do the same. Played some matches on Slippi for the first time in a couple of weeks because of this episode. Long live Falcon, the best fighting game character of all time. And long live Melee, the best fighting game of all time.
Oh, Melee.
Wow. And Rico says, it's wonderful seeing how others in the Smash community react to Wizzy. His onstage antics, pop-offs, personality, and playstyle are all so unique and basically iconic that it ripples out to the community as a whole. He's one of the few in the community that has that effect. Yeah, actually true with Wizzy. Like, he's got a very distinct way of being, like
Mm-hmm.
the way that he... Like, yeah, a Wizzy pop-offs are so different than how it looks when other people do it. He's always like, you never know what you're going to get. And the way he plays is very, I feel like Wizzy's
He's
one
very
of the players,
particular.
very particular. You can watch Wizzy, and if you had no idea it was Wizzrobe, you would be able to guess very easily. Most
Mm-hmm.
people would be able to guess. And like there's like Wizzy isms, there's a lot of Wizzy isms, even taking a long time to get to a tournament set, right? Like
Yes.
we know what Wizzy is like, and in a way that I think very few other people in the community like he's so he's so iconic and he's so recognizable in that way. I think we would we would be able to you'd be able to pick Wizzy out in a
Oh yeah.
crowd just so easily if you follow Smash at all.
So what's your
Mhm.
favorite thing about Wizzy, or what stands out most about him to you? You guys have played a decent amount now, so is there
Mhm.
something about playing him or just about him as a guy that that really stands out to you?
So about the Wizzy,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wizzy his play style is pretty clean. I really love it.
You like it?
Yeah. So yeah, I and some JB player really love that kind of the smart neutral games.
Hmm.
So
I
yeah,
can get
Wizzy is
behind that.
crazy. Yeah.
Are there any Falcons in Japan that try to play like Wizzy? Not really, right?
Yeah.
Are there? Like a Falcon
Yeah.
player that tries to like play like him?
I don't think so. Some people try, but then they
It's hard.
they understand.
yeah.
Oh, it's pretty hard. We should stop it.
Actually, aMSa, for you, because we've
Yeah.
talked about the Falcon matchup a little bit. Do you
Yeah.
like do you
Mhm.
when you have to fight them in tournament, do
Mhm.
you like fighting Wizzy or Johnny or S2J or none more or less? Like, do you find Wizzy to be like one of them to be harder or easier? Or,
Yeah. Yeah, Wizzy is
different?
Wizzy is the hardest. He's the hardest, I think. His neutral game is so clean, and he knew a lot of the stuff versus Yoshi. Yeah, I played with him at the Smash Summit at 11, and we are playing some friendlies.
Mhm.
He's nuts. He's nuts.
Yeah, I'm not
So
surprised to
good.
hear he's the hardest. It seems like for those kind of matchups, like even other matchups like Samus, I always thought that he looked like really, really hard to beat for like a lot of the non-top tier characters. Like
Yeah.
in a matchup where Falcon wins, it feels like Wizzy might be the hardest to beat for a lot of matchups. Pikachu,
Yes.
yeah, Pikachu, Samus, characters like that. Well, I think we're about ready to bring in our first caller.
Mhm.
So we got Fig Leaf on the run. What's up, Fig Leaf on the run? Where are you calling in from? How you doing today?
Oh wow, I'm actually really behind on the stream because that was pretty sudden. Hi, I'm doing good. Should I ask my question?
Yeah, where are you calling in from? Tell us that first, if you don't mind. I know you're on the run, but
SoCal. I'm
SoCal.
from. I'm going to college near Norwalk. So
Dope.
I just drove out to main stage a few weeks ago. That was, and it was my first tournament attendance ever. It was very nice.
Oh, no way. Very cool.
Cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
So
What's your
yeah, that's
question
great.
for us today,
Yeah.
Fig Leaf?
Well, before I ask my question, I hope you guys are all having a nice Thanksgiving weekend or week,
Thank
I
you.
should say.
Mhm.
And
You too.
also, Golden Guardians is sick and it's very underrated. It's very high quality content.
Up
When
to
I went to
YouTube.
main stage, Golden
Appreciate that.
Guardians came up a few times, and some people didn't know what it was, and I find that surprising.
Wow. We got to reach those
You
people.
got to let them know. You got to let
You
them
guys
know
got a
now.
big audience that is just that they're gonna love this stuff because I love it. And so my
Cool.
question also is how has being a top Yoshi player affected you, aMSa, and also how has being a top Japanese player affected you? Because both of those things I can see working for you and against you.
Mm.
You know, not as big of a scene, and also not as good of a character. But I'm guessing aMSa could find a way to make those advantages, just like he finds a way to make Yoshi seem like the best character in the game sometimes. Makes it look so good. That's about it. Yeah.
So take it away. So, what do you feel about being a Yoshi main and about being a
Yeah.
player from Japan? How does that positively and negatively impact you? It sounds like.
It's like I think it's positively it's pretty good because I when I started the Melee, it was 2001. And I'm just only using the Yoshi 4 times. And when I started the Melee competitively on 2014, I did not check the tier list. I did not check the
Oh,
tier list.
really?
And I was surprised Yoshi was 21st. 21st at the time.
Wow.
But Yoshi has, I believe Yoshi's potential right there. Yoshi has so many crazy options, like double jump there. The punish game is crazy good. His double jump armor and the parrying is crazy good, and his recovery is also good. So I believe his potential and being the best player in Japan. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I'm being the best player in Japan like the 2 years in a row, like the 2017 and the 2018. So, and then my goal is like being the top player in the world.
So number one.
Yeah, to number one.
All right. So so you feel like I think part of their question was is being from Japan, are there any things that are really difficult or unique about that compared to being from America or being from Canada or Europe or somewhere like that? I think they were asking about like what is it like being from Japan as a Melee player?
Yeah, like do you think that you're
Yeah.
I guess maybe the question Figly, if it sounds like you're kind of implying, do you think it's somewhat of an advantage to like because he's playing a less common character, like Yoshi's kind of a rare character.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
Well,
Yeah.
there's matchup inexperience, but there's also like
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
that was notable to me was when I hadn't seen aMSa in a long time, and then when aMSa showed up at Summit 11, he was using back air in really interesting ways and using side B, and it surprised all of us, and it was the most fun thing for me to watch out of all of Summit, in my opinion, for me. And so, I just thinking, is that an advantage for you, just being able to innovate the character and surprise people? Because I'm sure that, I think Nez was at Summit. I'm sure that
yeah.
Nez wasn't warming people up for side Bs at the ledge and stuff. You know what I mean? Like and I don't know, just stuff like that. I guess would be a better way to refine the question.
Yeah, aMSa, do you think about that much? Do you think about like, because sometimes you do these new techniques. Do you think about like, okay, I'm going to use this and people aren't going to be ready for it because, obviously we can't play you that often. Mango doesn't know what you play like when you come to a new tournament, the top players, you're going to be able to surprise them. You ever think about that? Is that it, on purpose?
Oh yeah, that's on purpose. Because whenever some JP players, I teach him about the Yoshi stuff a lot, and then they change the neutral games, and then I play with them. It gets pretty hard, and then I learn what kind of the option is kind of the counter. Yeah, counter option, and then I'm just going to the laboratory and then take some stuff and then I figured out or something.
And Americans, they don't do any of that, is what you're saying. They don't know all of the stuff that you've worked through to get there, and so you get to mess them up, and that probably feels pretty good, huh?
Yes, I think the Japanese smasher Shunsuke is he's the best versus Yoshi, and Ingen is also one of the best player who know one of the best Mars player who knows versus Yoshi, I think. So
Ingen, really?
Yeah.
Even though he's Marth?
Yeah.
Do you think Ingen could turn into, like, could he turn into like the best Marth against Yoshi with enough aMSa practice?
Yes.
Wow.
So I think that he can beat Yoshi everywhere around the world.
That'd be cool to see. It'd be really cool to see him fight some of these other Yoshi players in America. The non-aMSa Yoshis.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean it has to be a factor, like the knowledge battle. I mean, that was the thing for so long with Hungrybox too, right? Like people felt like it was easier for Hungrybox to get experience against them or their character than they could get experience against Hungrybox. And people, they weren't really sure, I guess, what Hungrybox was. People, you kind of used to see this in some of the other top players, right? I feel like maybe you were doing the most work, if anything, in understanding how, in particular, Hungrybox would structure things. But I felt like for a lot of the up and coming players, even through, 2016, 2017, when he was number one, I feel like a lot of people felt like they were lagging behind in figuring out that player matchup.
So many people, I think, want to play someone to figure out how something works and they want to play that person. But I think there's so many things you can figure out from just watching something, or you can actually do what aMSa's talking about. I had a couple local puffs that were all right. I would play with them and I'd say, "Hey, Hungrybox does this. You could do this."
You can
And so
do
I would tell
this.
them to do that, and then I would play against it, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay. Well, here's what I'm doing," and then they would change, and so we would be moving things along in our own way to try and handle that. So I think there's always something you can do about it, but sure. To be fair, I don't think there's, if there's still a gap, there's still a big gap. Like if I'm playing, local non-PR'd Yoshi versus playing aMSa, there are going to be some things that are still going to be hard to do, right? It's going to be hard to bridge some of that, but you can make some strides, and I do think that does help a lot.
Interesting.
And it's kind of the same situation with the Axe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Axe,
I bet.
from
I bet.
Pikachu player. Yeah, he has some struggle with A versus the AZ player because they know how to beat the Pikachu. But that's why his neutral game gets better and better, and then he do pretty well the world.
Yeah, I know you two have played a good bit. When you two first started playing, did either of you not know how to beat the other person's
Mhm.
character? I know Arizona has a Yoshi as well, so was it mostly confusion on your end? Did you know what a Pikachu was?
Mhm.
You were
Yeah,
prepared.
I'm trying to prepare for Pikachu, but it's pretty hard.
Yeah, I bet it is. Oh man.
You know what I would imagine is it's like, okay, so I want to say aMSa is the only top player who I always root for no matter what. Same with Axe, but when Axe and aMSa play, I root for aMSa, so that's why aMSa is one above Axe. But it's because Axe has Vector Man, who plays Yoshi,
Yeah,
so that must be really hard. How Axe always has Yoshi to
true.
practice against. So you have the two one of a kind top player character specialists, and you just the other one, Axe, just happens to have a practice partner who's really good for the other one. And I think practicing for characters really, really matters because, I mean, I think the really good example of that would be Secrets versus Axe at, was it Riptide? Secrets, as far as I'm aware, Secrets is practice partners with Tyler Swift,
That's right.
who's like one of the best Pikachus other than Axe. Like maybe the second best or third best. I don't know who's better, OKP or Tyler Swift. I don't know enough. I'm not gonna make any claims because I don't know. But anyway, they're both amazing, right? And Secrets with that practice was able to beat Axe. So it's very clear that when top players or really good players are able to get the practice in against these characters, they make a lot of progress. And so I think that's the fact that you're from Japan and you play Yoshi gives you a lot of that the protection of knowledge, in terms of like, and also it's you who is able, aMSa, who is able to do all these great things with Yoshi. Not only do you stay in one place in terms of, you don't stay in one place in terms of what you do. Once they catch up to what you're doing, you've already changed what you're doing and are doing crazier mix-ups and options. So I guess that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had to say anything else, it's just that aMSa, I don't think he's someone that focuses on the difficulties of playing Yoshi or being from Japan. I think that's how he got to where he is and how he continues to grow. So whatever challenges there might be, I don't think he's someone that's going to focus on that a lot. So it's a fair question, but I think aMSa being just as forward thinking as he is probably not going to be so concerned with that. Correct me if I'm wrong, aMSa. Do you focus more on the positive with things like being from Japan or playing Yoshi, or do you think about the negative sometime too?
Mm, I have the both. I think I have the both feeling. So playing with people like the Shunsuke, like the in game, it give me a really good uh neutral game, or I got some good inspiration. But for tournament, Japanese tournament, it's pretty hard because they know a lot.
Yeah, so I guess he sees it.
Yeah.
I guess he sees it more as a positive overall. Good practice still.
Mhm.
Then. Well, there
Yeah,
you
I mean,
go.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it's hard to, it's hard to
Mhm.
prepare the tournament mindset,
Yeah.
because you don't
Yes.
have so many tournaments in Japan to enter with.
Yes. But
Yeah.
being the just improving myself is pretty fun. I'm really like the grinding.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
And I
practice.
imagine you've been doing that a lot lately with
Yeah.
Smash them at 12 around the corner.
Yeah. So I will go to the US from this December 7th to the 21st. And I will join
Wow.
the summit and the Smash World Tour in a row.
Back to back tournaments.
Yeah. It looks
Well,
pretty fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
sure.
question, Fig Leaf. Appreciate
course.
appreciate that. If you got any shout outs,
No
go ahead and
shout-outs.
floor is yours.
Just want to note, Figleaf isn't my name. That's just my Discord name. My name's Max. I'm not a
What's up,
I'm not a
Max?
competitor yet, so it's not like I I don't stream or anything. Just go SoCal, go Melee. Also, I had no idea that you guys had videos in the live stream, so I wasn't even looking at your guys' face this whole time. But
Oh,
I'll know,
yeah, dude.
I'll know for next time. All right. I feel like I've been here too long, anyways. I bet other people got some good questions. All right. You guys are great. Thank you.
Thank you. Take
Peace
care.
out, Max. Never too late to be a competitor. I like that he said yet.
Yep.
I like that he said yet. There's a lot of people. Some guy DM'd me this morning. And he's saying, I'm a Slippi kid. I'm going to my first tournament.
Yeah.
I was like, good luck, dude.
Love that.
He had 0 followers and he only followed me. He made a Twitter just to send me this message.
Cool.
I don't think he even had a Twitter before. It was really funny.
Love that.
I think we got our next caller ready. Are you Downgrade Falco? Should we call you Downgrade Falco?
We've had him before.
You can call me Downgrade Falco or just Downgrade if you want. I don't mind.
Okay, sounds
Hell yeah.
good. Let everyone know where you're calling in from once again, Downgrade.
I'm calling in from Berlin, Germany.
Shout
I
out.
gotta come out to Berlin, dude. It looks
Yeah,
it
you
looks
gotta
so
do
dope.
sometime. You
I
gotta
would
do.
love
It's-
to. I would love
It's
to.
good. It's good stuff here. It's good stuff.
Cool. So what's your question for us today, Downgrade from Berlin?
Yeah. So my question today is: are there any easy ways for a European or American fan to watch the Japanese scene? I think it's hard to keep up with all the tourneys, and I wonder if there's a place for all the Japanese Smash highlights.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because like aMSa, you were saying that
Mhm.
some tournaments are gonna start coming back in
Yeah.
2022. How would people know where to watch those? Who's a good person to follow that would it be? I mean, because a few years ago it was
Mhm.
Watch. I feel like Watch was
Yeah,
like
Watch.
the guy.
Just follow Watch's Twitter. That's it.
Okay.
Watch-
What is his Twitter?
Is it Watch SSBM?
Yeah, I think so.
Watch _SSBM.
Well, this is a fast one.
Well, watch underscore SSBM. Yeah. Yeah,
Nice
he's
stuff.
the best TO in Japan. He's also held Japanese SSBU tournament. Yeah,
He does both.
Yeah, he's one of the great TOs. Yeah,
So
he's watching. He's watching the streaming.
He's always watching.
Hi, Watch. He's
Yeah,
up
Watch
early
has
too.
done some really cool stuff with
Mhm.
kind of connecting the Japanese scene to the US scene as well, or like even just the international scene. Because he's bilingual, he talks he'll tweet in both
Mhm.
English and Japanese. And he's definitely also he's really, really dedicated and involved
Mhm.
with Japanese Smash. And even a couple years ago he was traveling around the US as well with Rudolph, right?
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. Always good to see him around. But yeah, you gotta follow. I think Watch is someone that everyone should follow if they're at all curious in the Japanese scene.
Mhm.
And of course, I guess yourself, right? Because you'll tweet about things if
Yeah.
there's something going on.
So follow the Watch SSBM or aMSa Radio Yoshi. Yeah, you can find easily you can find the tournament.
Yeah, so I mean, it sounds like you guys will tweet out anything that's happening, tweet out stream links, and that's just the easiest thing to do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It is a shame there's nothing better, there's nothing like Smashboards or whatever these days. But yeah, I guess everyone's just on Twitter. I guess that's just the website that everyone uses. So we work with what we got.
Yeah, and if you for some reason, I don't know why, but if you for some reason don't use Twitter, you could probably go on and look at watches even if you don't have an account, and you could look at the streams that he probably promotes and at least follow those, so you could follow those on Twitch. And so there's a way around that even if you don't want to be on Twitter. So just giving people an option for that too, so they can still stay connected with the scene if they'd like to. But I think that's about it. We got a quick question and answer there, but important information. We need people to know about other scenes in the world. It is not just a NA scene, as it turns out. A lot of great places for Melee, and only getting greater. So thank you, Downgrade, for calling in. You got any shout outs for us on your way out today?
Yeah, talking about other regions, I want to talk about the EU Berlin scene. I think there are
Yes.
great people there, and I would like to shout out their weekly they have. It's always on Thursday, and it's real chill. It's about 15 people that come in regularly, and yeah, we're having a good time there.
Cool. What's the name of it?
It's Berlin Smash. They're on Twitter as well and on Discord at Berlin Smash. You can go over the German Melee Discord to find them, and then yeah, look around.
Berlin
Sounds
Smash is a
great.
great name. That is exactly what I would name it if I had to make a Smash page based in Berlin.
Yeah,
I mean,
that does make
I mean,
sense.
if you're in Berlin, maybe come around sometime.
Or even if
I
you're
wanna-
close.
I want to go to Berlin. I want to go. Maybe I'll go.
You can hang out with you and Downgrade, Toph.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Take care,
Thanks
Downgrade.
for
Thanks for
having
calling
me.
in.
Mhm.
See ya.
All right, everyone, check out Watch SSBM and Berlin Smash. Those are
Yeah.
sounds like those are the things. I mean, sometimes you're trying to watch something. You're trying to watch some Melee, and there's nothing on. But if you follow some of these other regions, they're gonna have your back when there's nothing else going on to watch.
Absolutely.
At some weird hours, right? Because
Mhm.
the time zone differences. So you may as well. Really may as well. I think we're about ready to bring our next caller on. It's gonna be my good buddy Noah.
Oh, thank goodness we
What
say
is
Noah
up,
instead of that
Noah,
name.
dude? Yeah, I mean, you can say it's just. I think it's Swartz. Actually, what is the CR? No, what does the CR stand for?
It's not interesting enough to talk about.
All
Are
right.
you sure? You sure it's not interesting enough?
So,
It's.
do we
You
call
can't
you
now
Noah?
that we said that it's not interesting enough to talk
Every
about. I feel
time I
like.
tell people, their eyes just glaze over.
All right. Well, I'll
How's it
trust your
going?
judgment. I'll trust your judgment. But what do we call you? Swartz, Noah? What do we
You can
call
call me Noah. That's
you?
fine.
All right, Noah. What's up? Where are you calling in from today? What's your question?
I'm calling in from Oakland, NorCal.
Love Oakland.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about tournament travel. I'm sure aMSa has traveled a lot for tournaments. I'm curious to hear all of your favorite or most interesting tournament travel stories, and I'm specifically curious, I guess, if there's any sort of cultural differences you've noticed when traveling to Melee
Oh
tournaments.
boy. Oh man.
That's interesting.
I gotta think of one. Let me think. That's a great question.
Yeah,
Because
I
there's,
wonder.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
cultural differences even among states, let alone
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah.
yeah, I went to a lot of the tournament in 2019. So I think one of them or Apex 2015. I think
Ooh,
Apex 2015 was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
that was a crazy
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah, because Apex 2015 was January 2015, and
Mhm.
it was kind of snowy.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it was really snowy.
Yeah, and some Japanese people went to the venue, and then just day one started, but how do I say the party? Is there police or?
It was like the security or something. They were basically saying we couldn't run the tournament. I don't know if it was
Fire
police
department.
Yeah.
or
Fire department.
I think it was fire department. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fire
yeah.
department.
So that's why we can't join the day one tournament. That was crazy.
Did you feel like? Because I remember for me, I was like, oh, that's weird. Did
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel like, oh my god, I flew so far and now there might not even be a tournament? Like, did you feel
Yeah.
like it was like a big waste or something?
Yeah, I thought oh we just came to the US for just friendlies. And
Jeez.
that was crazy one. And I also remember the Apex 2014. I went to the airport just alone, and I'm not sure how to make it to the venue for the Apex
Oh
20.
wow.
So I just randomly walking around the airport, and then some random person asked me, "Oh, do you need a taxi or something?" And then, "Oh yeah, I need it." And then he just said, "Take me to the car." And he said, "Yeah, I will bring you to the venue." But
Okay.
I thought that it was free. It was free, but yeah, he after I went to the venue. He just said, money.
He tricked
Was it
I
a taxi or was it just some guy?
just some guy.
Just some guy? How
And
much
you
money
got-
did he want you to pay him?
Oh my.
I think I paid like the $300.
Oh,
Oh
wait,
no.
how far was it? How far was the
It's
drive?
around 2 hour. 2 hour.
2 hour?
2 hour.
Oh, I guess
2 hour.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
yeah,
for
then
make it to the 2014 venue, we had to take the train. But I
oh
missed that
yeah.
train, so
Oh, I
uh,
remember that. Yeah.
yeah, and
Don't you just miss Apex aMSa?
yeah, and
What did
in,
you did you feel like this guy was like, did you feel like
yeah,
he was robbing you or something? I mean, he asked you for $300. Were you like, what did you
yeah.
do?
At the time, I only had $250.
Oh my.
Oh.
So I went to the Japanese people's hotel and knocked, and then please borrow the money.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Wow, dude, that's
Yeah,
expensive.
that was my second trip for the US. That was crazy,
The
but
first one was Evo. So then, okay, and then
yeah,
so you must have learned. Next
yeah,
year, I gotta figure it out.
yes. But at the tournament, I make it to the ninth place.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I played. I played with you, PPMD.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
It was fun, man. We
yeah.
got to do that again
And
sometime.
and you did good in Smash 4 too, right?
That was 2015.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Forgot about that. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Right. Man, $300. Well, he drove 2 hours out of his way. I guess that's
That was crazy.
yeah. And it wasn't even a taxi driver; it was just some random guy. This was before Uber and Lyft and all that, by
Yes.
the way. Right? This
Mhm.
is really just some guy with a car.
Yeah.
Wow. This is why they invented rideshare apps, I guess, for people like this that just want to bring people places for money.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my god. I don't have any stories quite like that.
No, I don't either. I
Jeez.
can stall a little bit if you want, Toph.
I have well, I mean, I went to tournaments in Japan back in the day, and this is less of a travel story, but the one thing that
Mhm.
I remember that I thought was really different and really cool was how much for the locals, like the locals were really, because this was the tournaments in Suminodo,
Mhm.
not Master Hand. What was it called?
Smabato.
Smabato, yeah.
Smabato Mary.
The
Yeah.
Smabato series, and I thought it was really cool how
Mhm.
the venue was really like how do I say this? It was really like it had a really professional kind
Mhm.
of vibe. I really liked how, you know, everything like they were really good about sticking to the schedule. They're really good about sticking to the schedule. Like the stream setup, there's always a really nice stream setup.
Mhm.
That Hoshino Karbi would put the stream
Yeah.
setup together, whatever. And I was always really impressed with the locals over in Osaka in Japan compared to the locals that I would always go to in the US. How it almost looked like the venue for like a major tournament because there was the stage with the
Mhm.
projector, and I'd never been to locals that looked like this.
Mhm.
They were such and they were so good about keeping to the schedule. We were always out of there at a certain time. And I always thought those tournaments were like really, really well run. And it's a shame that more people didn't get to go to those from overseas, because I was just like so impressed by how smoothly they ran every time. And we would always go out to eat like some ramen or something afterwards. And we would have a lot of time in the evening because the tournaments would end at a pretty decent hour. And so I have really fond memories of going to those tournaments. And I would take the train. I didn't have to pay $300, but I would take the train because I lived a couple hours away. I know, but I would take the express train into the city, and then I would take the local trains to go there. And yeah, it was like really, really. It was a really smooth, because this was 2010. This was before Melee like really got really big like worldwide. And so I thought these were really, really good tournaments to go to. I'm really glad that I came up in that region. So I don't know if actually, because you came a little later because you started competing in like 2000.
Yeah, I started
2012, right?
I think 2012.
2012.
Later 2012.
Did they have Smabato Melee at that point? Did you go to any of
Yes.
those or no? Oh, you did. You did.
I went to the Smabato in 2013, I think.
2013.
2013, May.
May.
Yeah.
Okay, because we never competed at the same tournaments.
Yeah.
I don't think. Because for me, it was 2010 and 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember who won the first tournament you went to in Japan?
I think Flash or Gucci or
Flash or
Konotori.
Gucci?
These three players were top player. Flash, Gucci, Konotori. It's a lot. It looks really good. Like the Flash beat Konotori. Konotori beat Gucci. Gucci beat Flash.
Oh, really?
It's like a Pokemon.
Right.
Which one of them is the cucumber?
Cucumber.
That's a.
Don't
I'm
worry
making,
about
I'm making
it.
a
Don't worry
documentary
about it.
reference. I'm just messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some really good times with those tournaments. I don't know. It's funny. It was funny going from that to my locals back in Seattle, and things were always running late, and things would always start 2 hours late, and I was like, this is what I'm used to. PP, you think of any stories, or are you?
I don't have
are you
anything
good?
crazy. I can just say quickly, I really enjoyed going to Europe when I went in 2012. I thought that was really
Oh
fun.
yeah, what tournament was that for?
Smashers Reunion Melee Grand was the last one. I think Tonberry ran. It was a series actually. It featured in Metagame. It was I think it was the first tournament or one of the first Armada went to actually, and this was kind of bringing that back one more time. It was pretty interesting, but I went and I mean, I was just really blown away by especially how beautiful, like, there were so many trees and everything in Sweden. And I just thought, wow, this country is just so pretty, man. And I loved that a lot. I've really wanted to go back and see more of Europe ever since then, honestly. Or at least that area. And I thought Norway was really cool too.
You went to a couple countries.
Yeah, we went to Sweden, and then we got in this tiny little car, the 4 or 5 of us, the Swedes did, and then we drove into Norway. And one of them, I think he hung out with Eleven for a while, or he still does. He just went by Jack, and he had these really stale gummy bears in a plastic tin, and they smelled so bad, but he would just eat them periodically, and every time he opened the whole car, it was a mess, and I was very cramped, but it built character, put hair on my chest. It was good stuff. Had a good time. 10 out of 10 would go back.
Wow, rotten gummy bears.
Yeah, I don't know. He ate the whole thing, though.
And you
He
could
ate all of
smell them.
They were you could not not smell them. They were so powerful.
I would generally say that gummy bears are not a food that have an odor. Like if you open an ordinary thing of gummy bears,
I don't know what happened to them.
Normally you can't smell them.
Or they smell kind of nice.
If anything, they smell kind of nice. Normally they don't have I would say they don't have a strong scent.
It was so strong. It is a little car. You couldn't get away from it.
I thought gummy bears just lasted forever, to be honest with you. I thought they were like one of these basically imperishable.
They might have been. They might have been one of the first gummy bears. Before they got it right.
Wow, I've never even heard of that. I didn't even think that was possible. Well, good for Jack, I guess. That's a story. That's a travel story. There you
Yeah,
go.
it is.
That's a good travel story.
Yeah, probably not what Swartz was expecting, but there we go. Hey, Sweden though, good country. Norway, good country.
Sweden's great.
Norway's really expensive though. If you're gonna go to Norway,
Oh,
you got to watch out. Everything is really expensive.
really?
Yeah, watch out for that.
I have not been to Norway. I have been to Sweden. Did you ever go to Max Burger, PP?
No.
Max Burger is a Swedish fast food chain, and I love it. I think it's really good.
Maybe I went to a burger place, but I don't know if it was the burger place. It's been a
Okay.
few years now.
So you've never been to Sweden, right? Or did you
I
go
s-
to?
Do you go to DreamHack?
You went
I
to like
think I
B?
went to the.
One of those, right?
I thought he
B's
did.
or-
I forget the German name. Phoenix Brew?
Yeah,
Phoenix Brew.
yeah. And you got third, right? Almost beat Muffin.
I think I got second. That was a Republic of Fighters.
Oh, was that
the
in
tournament-
Sweden?
that tournament was in Paris. And I think my tournament in Sweden is Phoenix Brew. I lost to Trick, maybe? I got second.
Oh, so this is recent. This is more recent.
Yeah, in 2019, I think.
Oh, you went to Sweden in 2019?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you think? How was Sweden?
Sweden is like the. Uh, that experience is weird. So, I remember it. I have to take a train for the venue. It's kind of the same with in Apex 2014.
Wait, what do you mean? You didn't have to pay $300, did you?
So yeah, at the Apex 2014, I missed the train, and then I had to take the car.
Oh,
And then I lost €300. And this time it was a kind of a revenge.
wait, you had to pay
But-
300. It happened again. You had to pay €300 again.
No, not happen. Finally, I can take the
okay.
train.
Nice.
He's
Yeah.
learned. He's adapted.
Yeah, I learned.
That's
That's
good.
why I'm being one of the best Yoshi player in the world.
Yeah, it's all about adaptation.
If he had to pay 300
Absolutely.
again, he wouldn't have made it, but he figured it out.
Yeah, figured
Good
it
stuff.
out.
Yeah. I like, I don't know. I like taking trains. I like that Europe and Japan have trains that I can take everywhere.
That is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. In America, most places don't have trains. You know that. Most places you have to have a car. If you don't have a car, you can't go anywhere. Man. All right. Well, Noah, thank you for the question. As we recount our favorite travel stories, I'm sure I could think of some others. It's hard on the spot, It's hard to be like, oh shit, what's my favorite travel story? But yeah, some advice for those up and coming smashers out there and people looking to travel. I guess make sure you know what you're doing when you get off the plane, and make sure you know how you're getting to the venue. It's a little bit. That's a tidbit I think everyone can learn from a little bit.
Important. Swartz, you got any shout outs for us on your way out today?
Yeah. Well, thanks for answering. Those were some fun stories. I want to shout out when I got back into Melee at the beginning of this year, I was actually living in Taiwan, and I spent a lot of time on the Southeast Asia SSBM Discord, which, looking at it now, I see aMSa Red Yoshi in the account list.
Hey, I know that guy.
But the people in that Discord are really supportive. It was a really fun scene getting to talk to all these people around different Southeast Asian countries and play with them over Slippi. So shout out to them for sure. They really helped me get back into the game. And then I want to shout out my coach. You may know him, Toph.
Thank you.
Doing some good coaching for me. And then I've been doing some coaching with Chef Rock, who did the Falcon cookbook.
Cool.
Big shout outs to him.
I feel like maybe
Very
I
nice.
gotta look into the cookbook more. Everyone's talking about the cookbook these days.
Coach Toph.
Yeah, and Coach Rockman. Hopefully, between the two of us, you'll finally be able to beat Ben SW.
Someday. We're
One day.
trying.
We believe.
Yeah.
We believe.
All right. Well, take it easy, Noah. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Thanks so much.
Later, homie. All right. Yeah, Noah, it's coming along. I would say that when he started, he was having a tough time. He was not making out of his pool at these beginner tournaments because they always do pools, right? And now he's starting to make it out of his pool, which is very exciting for him.
Cool.
And now he's just going 0-2 in bracket. Maybe next time 1-2, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. You never know.
You never know. Well, I think we got another caller waiting on deck for us. Speedy Sloth, welcome.
Back at it again.
That's right. Speedy Sloth, how are you doing today, and where are you calling in from?
Yeah, calling in from MDVA, Baltimore area. Calling in here. I got a question. Thank you guys for having me about Summit, actually.
Cool.
Yeah. So there are a lot of mid tiers campaigning. It's maybe, in terms of the people who are left, one of the most character diverse.
Oh, I haven't even.
Yeah. Maybe one of the most character diverse lineups I've ever seen. The most popular character is Fox, and there's only 3 of them, being Sunsei, Null, and Sora. And there's a bunch of mid tiers, obviously. Tyler Swift, Eddie Mexico, Ringler, Slug, No Fluxes, Skullbro, and Swooper, all of them playing a bunch of mid tier characters. And I wonder, aMSa, as someone who has been to Summit as a mid tier player, what kind of, I guess, advice would you have for them for obviously I hope one of them or all of them maybe get in. What advice would you have for them, playing against the best players in the world, in terms of mentality and sticking to the character, I guess?
That question makes sense. It sounds like, as since you're one of the best mid-tier players as a Yoshi main, I guess it's like, do you have any advice or maybe kind of
That's interesting.
mindset wisdom for all of these other mid-tier players that might make it into Smash Summit 12?
Yeah, so I think that at the first summit, kind of winning the summit is pretty hard for the first summit, because there lack of the experience versus a top player. But once they played some friendlies more against the top players, you will learn why they're pretty good at this game or something, and then just keep grinding. It's pretty good, and yeah, it's pretty hard to say. So I just want to say, don't give up. Don't give up.
Important.
Don't give up.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, on the mid-tier mains, we should believe our character. For me, it's Yoshi. I believe Yoshi's potential for winning a tournament. It's not only the journey at Summit. I'm always thinking about it every time. So just believe your character. Yeah. Some other people said, oh, that character is kind of suck, or that character is not good or something. And some people say something like that, but the mid-tier mains, you guys can change the random people's opinions. Just prove your result. And just go your own way.
Pretty sick. Yeah, we're gonna definitely get at least some of those guys in there. I feel like. Yeah. I mean, there's so many. There's so many mid-tier players campaigning that we're definitely going to get some interesting character variety, and hopefully they take those words to heart. I mean, aMSa's going to be there too, so very likely we're going to have to see some of those matchups actually happen. Yeah, pulling for Ringler myself.
Oh yeah,
hoping
DK Yoshi.
DK Yoshi.
Oh man,
How do you
what do you
like
think
DK
about?
Yoshi?
Yeah, do you like DK Yoshi?
DK Yoshi is weird.
I bet.
I bet it is.
Yeah,
Is it good for Yoshi? I've never thought about it, so I don't know.
It's good for Yoshi, but once we got Ground, sometimes the up throw up air killed Yoshi are represented.
Oh, really?
And the Donkey Kong, his up B is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll help break double jump armor too, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Man, I don't think I've ever seen that matchup, so
Yeah.
that's gonna be.
I've never seen it at a high level. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure there's some Whiskers versus like who's the dog Kongs they have up in the Northeast? There's what was that guy's name? You know who I'm talking about? NJ's Finest?
Yes, NJ's Finest. Yeah, actually saw. both
I'm
of them at
sure
Nicest.
they've played. I'm sure they've played.
I'm sure they've played too.
But I mean I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe it's happened. Man, they were both in a tournament. They were both in a tournament a couple days ago. Yes, but they didn't play. That's a shame.
Shame.
Yeah, could have almost had it. Oh, they were on different parts of the bracket. NJ's Finest. Look who NJ's Finest beat round 1.
Me. He beat me.
I'm sorry. Sorry to bring it up.
Oh, Toph, how
I just
could
saw
you?
it. I saw it and I was like, where do I know this guy's name? Speedy Sloth. That sounds really familiar.
Oh no!
Yeah, I played
Sorry. I'm
Luigi
sorry. Is that why you
DK.
asked? Oh, you play Luigi DK. How do you
Yeah.
like DK?
That was which is very fun. He mentioned because he actually beat Hoborg, and he was just saying in neutral he would just use like Hoborg would kept approaching and he just kept like DK punching him whenever he approached. He told me after the set.
Oh, you
I
got to be
was like-
careful.
I
Yeah.
know, dude. And he was like, he kind of said it. He kind of said it in a nice way, but it's like, oh, you just like don't approach as much. Like you just like will wave dash in and wave dash out. And I was like, yeah, I don't just like go all in because I saw he was doing that. And I was like, maybe I don't wave dash forward every single time. But yeah, I mean, these kind of weird matchups are definitely going to pop up at Summit, no matter who gets in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, really excited to see how that all pans out. And yeah, thanks for the question. Good luck to you on your Luigi journey, Speedy Sloth.
Yeah,
and you'll get him next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Always shout out to Eddie Mexico. Yeah, that guy had a really good main stage. He did really good at main stage.
So
I was
good.
talking to him about
That
his
Wizzy
bracket.
set, man.
I know, dude.
Wizzy, he beat Kalamazoo, which is to me pretty
That's
crazy.
so
I don't think that's a good matchup.
Hard. That's hard for Luigi.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
That is hard.
It is awful.
It's really impressive. And I think he beat one other pretty good player as well.
Zero. He 2-0'd
Android Zero. That's another
big.
hard matchup. That's another hard matchup. Yeah.
I actually like Falcon.
Really impressive.
Yeah,
you like Falcon?
I like playing against Falcon because it's the most like basic. I mean, in neutral can definitely suck. You can just get like down throw, like wobbled, but the punish game is really great. It's just very fun for me. But that's as someone who used to play Falcon. But yeah, I'm very excited for Summit. So good luck, aMSa, for Summit, and good luck to everyone, all the other mid tiers campaigning.
Cool. Good luck to him.
Oh yeah.
All right. Take care, Speedy Sloth. Thank you for coming back on to bring us another good question. We appreciate it.
All right, no problem, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
Well, I think that's all our callers for the day. Thank you, everyone who everyone who came on and asked us all of your crazy questions. Really excited to see how the mid-tier matchup like spread goes at Smash Summit 12, I guess, with I personally think it'd be really cool if Skullbro got in as well. Skullbro, for people who don't know, is I think Netherlands. I want to say Netherlands, but he's a European Dr. Mario player. Could be wrong on the specific country, but I think he's Dutch. And yeah, he's campaigning as well. For people who don't know, there's definitely a possibility for Smash Summit 12 to have some pretty interesting characters. And, if you want to influence this yourself, of course, you can go to just, smash.gg, just Google like smash.gg Smash Summit 12 voting, and you go check out the voting yourself when this YouTube episode drops. For all you probably got some votes sitting around. I think a lot of people don't realize this. You get some votes for free just having a Smash.gg account. So, consider voting none, of course. He's, our resident Golden Guardian, but also some of these mid-tier mates might be pretty exciting.
Yeah, yesterday I vote for None.
Hey.
Oh, really? Oh, look at that.
Are you in? Is this your endorsement, aMSa? Are you
Yeah.
officially publicly endorsing none for summon?
Yeah.
Nice.
Very
So
cool. Very cool.
I asked my viewers, solar or none, and then the non-berry one. So I just put
Wow.
my votes to the none.
Okay.
Well, it seems like Sora's doing well.
Mhm.
Sora
Yeah.
doesn't seem like he's having any trouble right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And personally, I want to vote more international player for Summit. So every time I cheer for the from Canada, from Australia, from Japan, or any other countries. I really like the kind of the international tournament. So
Yeah, in terms of people that are trying to get in, I mean, Skullbro, None, Sora. I mean, they're from different places. There's a
yeah,
lot of international representation that's trying to get in here, and I think some of them are doing pretty well. So this could be a very, very diverse summit. It'd be pretty neat.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see more of that from Melee, and I think Slippy's helped out with that some too, really integrating scenes and helping them play in a lot of circumstances, which I think is awesome. Um, Man, I'm torn, Toph. I have two questions here for aMSa, and I don't know which one I want to ask him, but I don't think I have time to do both. But maybe I do.
You can do both.
All
You
right.
can do both.
Well, let me ask you, aMSa. I'm going to ask you more of a regular question, then I'm going to ask you a different kind of question. Okay, is that all
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was kind of thinking there are so many people, and you're one of them, but there are so many people that talk to me and they say, "Man, I really want aMSa to win a major," and he gets close versus so many people, right? And he's been able to beat so many people, and I really want him to win. There's so many people that share your dream of wanting to win, aMSa, and I think that's wonderful. Um, and I was kind of hoping to pick your brain on what you felt you or Yoshi needed most to win. Is there a skill you need to learn? Is there a matchup you think that would change things the most? What do you, or maybe it's something mental, right? I don't know, but I'm just saying, what do you think is the biggest wall, the biggest detriment, the biggest obstacle to winning a major?
I think that I have some struggle with some player like the Axe, especially Axe. He's the best. And I think I've never beat Hungry Box in tournament. In pools, I beat H-Box, but I've never beat him in the tournament.
Interesting.
So I think uh, it's pretty hard.
So these people that you bring up, I mean, you go game 5 with a lot of them. It
Mhm.
gets
Yeah.
really close. I was remarking how many game 5s you had last time I saw you play so many people. And so do you think that when you get close, I don't know, I'm just asking, but do you get
Mhm.
nervous when it's close? You're like, "Oh, I could do this and I could go all the way," and you get nervous, or is it more like
Oh,
is it their experience that just gets them
mhm,
there and you think you need more experience? Like what do you think is the difference there for a lot of those players because you're getting so close in so many sets.
mhm. So yeah, like the versus staying at the
Mhm.
last summit.
Mhm.
But I didn't feel that nervous or something because um I feel nervous when I feel that I messed up the text scale a lot or any other reason or something. But when I did kind of the 100% my performance or 90% or something, it's fine. The
Okay.
result is just the result.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think now I think I can beat almost all of the top player. I think
Mhm.
on the IB. So
Yeah, it's starting to look that way for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. So for winning the tournament, just attend more tournament.
You just need more experience. Okay.
Yeah,
So
and
you
then
think it's
yeah,
just a matter of time. I just keep
yeah,
going. I'll keep throwing darts at the wall, and one of
mhm,
them's going to be a bullseye eventually. It has to be. And I kind of
yeah,
agree, man. I mean, because you're going game 5 with so many people, you just need a couple of those coin flips to go your way, and then your winner
yeah,
side
yeah.
grand finals is going to be hard for someone to come back on you. So I was just wondering if it seemed like there was some skill you felt like you
Mhm,
needed that you didn't have or something, but it seems like you're just like, "Nope, everything's good. I just need to keep doing what I'm doing."
yeah. So I think that I think I can win the tournament like the 10% or 5% or something. So if I attend the 10 or 20 tournaments in the US, the day will come, I think.
Cool. That'd be a fun day, man.
Yeah. So
Um,
that's why I'm interested in staying at the North America.
You've been
I'm
talking
really
about this for
interested.
some time, right?
oh, you want to
Yeah.
move?
Yeah.
Oh, where do you know where you would want to live in America?
I really want to go to the America, but the cause of the visas problem, it looks not easy. But I can stay at the Canada, like the Vancouver,
You're gonna love Canada.
Toronto.
You're
Yeah,
gonna love
and
Canada. Canada's so great.
and we have the working holiday visa
Mhm.
for Canada, and if I got that visa, I can stay at the Canada for 4 years.
Wow. There's
So
still
then I
some
can,
players to play
yeah,
there.
yeah. I think that yeah, that thing looks pretty good. I think yeah, this December and the next January I have to focus on the tournament like the Summit, Smash World Tour, and the Genesis.
Mhm.
After Genesis, I'm planning to move to Canada.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
You're gonna
crazy, man.
start looking into it.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, maybe we'll be able to play a lot more since you'll be so much closer.
That'd be cool.
yeah,
Maybe I'll run
yeah,
into you on Unranked accidentally.
yes,
It'd be fun.
yeah, and I can stream without the time difference, and I can play with you
Mhm.
guys and chat
Mhm.
and from the North America, and I can coach your. If you're a Yoshi player, I can teach you how to play Yoshi.
He
And
definitely
if you,
can.
yeah, and if you have any struggle with how to beat the Yoshi, I can beat you how to beat the Yoshi too.
A lot of people need help with that, so that'd be
Yes.
very valuable.
Yeah, definitely. There's starting to be more Yoshis
Yeah.
now compared to a couple years ago. So
Yeah, that's interesting. Like the whiskers, like the some Yoshi player,
yeah,
gets better and better. I was surprised that Bizimer, maybe he beat
Bizim,
the
yeah,
H-Box. Yeah.
Mm.
yeah. Bizim's looking pretty good. Whiskers, of course,
Mhm.
and also what's his name? It's like Egg Money
Um.
or something.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a couple of them, and of course Nez. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. I mean,
Mhm.
2022, I think, is gonna be a big year of Melee once these all these offline tournaments come back. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
it's
might
true.
be
True.
might be cool to see you and everything for a while.
Hmm. Yeah, I can't wait for next year.
It's
Next
gonna be
year.
it'll be exciting for all of
True.
that. That'd be cool,
Yeah.
Amsa. I've just got one more question for you, and then we
Mhm.
can turn it over to that community voice that you can ask everyone. But before we do that, I asked this on a different episode with a different guest, but I really want to ask this to you too. There are so many people that talk about how kind you are and how wholesome you are, Amsa. And
Oh,
so I really wanted to bring up, I really wanted to highlight that and applaud you for that. I think that's wonderful. I think, the scene can certainly use plenty of that. But I also wanted to know why do you think you are so kind and how did things become that way? And also what does kindness mean to you?
no, what a question.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
I mean, it's
Hmm.
actually, it's funny to add some context here. It's funny because you're actually such a nice guy to the point that if you remember a couple years ago, they did the summit skit making fun of that by like you
Yeah,
were saying all these
yeah,
rude
we
things,
did,
right?
we did.
Right. Well, so and that wouldn't be a good joke if you weren't a nice like if you're not a nice guy, you wouldn't make a joke like that because then it would be it doesn't make sense unless
Mhm.
you're actually such a you're such a sweetheart. So yeah, you definitely have a reputation for just being a really kind person.
Yeah, that's it's just my personality maybe, or I all I think that I'm also lack of the how do I say English scale.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say anything like the complicated stuff, and I personally I don't like the negative stuff.
Mhm.
So
Actually, that's a good point. Wait, are you in Japan amongst the other Japanese
Mhm.
smashers? Would you say that are you kind of thought of as like a really nice guy by other
yes,
Japanese
yes.
smashers? You are, right? It's not just because like we don't.
Yeah,
speak Japanese.
other Japanese the player also said that aMSa is kind of a nice guy or something.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
personally I really don't like the negative stuff like the after playing the matches throwing the controller or something talking a bad word or something.
Yeah.
I just turn off that kind of the guys from Twitter. I just meet them and it's really hard to say.
Hmm.
Just I don't like the negative stuff, and I
Yeah.
don't want to say something like that because when I talk the kind of a negative stuff, oh I will lose in I will lose or something. And then my voice, my heart being the gets worse and worse.
Mm.
So yeah, just I'm just stay how to say keep positive,
Yeah. Stay positive.
stay positive.
It feels better than being negative. You're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can't see the haters.
Yeah, but last year was pretty tough year because of the
Yeah.
COVID situation happened and none of the offline tournament happened. That was really tough.
Tough for a lot of
situation.
people. Yeah.
You stayed positive despite that. And so I think that's
Yeah.
also wonderful, not just in good times, but also in bad. And that's when it's the
Mhm.
most important. That's
I think
wonderful.
and I think my parents had a really good they're a really nice person.
Okay.
Oh,
So
really?
you
So,
think you learned that from them, maybe?
yeah. So my mother is like the how do I say? Can I check the translation?
Yeah.
Uh, my mother is child
Oh.
care worker.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And so
Cool.
maybe some of that. I bet you have to be really patient
Yeah.
if you're working with
Yeah,
children.
patient was the word I was looking at.
Yeah. Really
And
patient.
and kind of the I was told like the don't forget the thanks for
Right.
Mm.
everything. So that's why when I go to I was invited to some tournament,
Mm-hmm.
I bring some Japanese gift to the TOs.
Yeah, I saw you gave a gift to
Yeah.
Mango at the last. That was
Yeah.
really cool. That
That's
was
wonderful.
really cool. I think it's that's a nice
Yeah.
tradition, omiyage.
Yeah.
I miss doing that kind of thing
Mhm.
more often, and because people, I don't know, I think people especially over here, it catches you off guard, and you get
Mhm.
yeah, people don't in America, people don't expect it, so people are always going to be really really thankful,
Yeah.
which is so I think it's always really sweet when you do. Did you end up drinking that sake with Mango at the
Mhm.
last one? Did you guys drink it, the sake?
I think so.
Yeah.
You were kind of drunk, don't remember, right?
I think I did. I'm good at drinking the sake,
Yeah.
alcohol. So I did not drink. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun. That was fun.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for answering that. I know it was a little bit of a different question,
Mhm.
but thank you so much for your time and everything. But before we let you go, AMSA,
Mm.
it's
No
time for
problem.
your question. It is time
Mhm.
for community voice. Whatever
That's
you
right.
would like to ask the people out there in the YouTube comments,
Mhm.
feel free. What question do you think would be great for them to answer and great for us to talk about next week?
Oh, that's interesting. So it means that I can I ask the questions to the YouTube comment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, comments on this video that'll be put up, this conversation of us, and then we talk about it with their answers
Oh,
to this
okay.
question next week.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Mhm.
Like, I think I should ask, when, uh, okay. I should ask, what will happen to aMSa's Yoshi in 5 years?
Wow.
What will happen to aMSa's Yoshi? All right.
Okay, that's the question for all of you in the YouTube
We're gonna
comments.
see. Will he be in a retirement
Number
home?
one.
Probably not. But
Number
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
will he just be number one? Will he be bopping everyone? You know, will he be
Oh.
hanging out with aMSa's secondary chic? We don't know. We're not sure.
They're changing
Yeah,
the
I like how
character.
you actually asked aMSa's Yoshi. You didn't ask what's going to happen to aMSa. You asked what's going to happen to aMSa's
Yeah.
Yoshi. Yeah. So it is very specifically Yoshi here.
Will he
Sorry
become
for
a
the
pro
lag,
Yoshi?
It's really interesting. Yeah, what do you think out there?
Let us know in the YouTube comments. We got an interesting
Hard-hitting
one for you this
question.
time.
Yeah.
We're gonna see
Yeah.
what they do with this one. But I think that's about all. Thank you so much for the community voice. Thank you so much for your time and for getting up early, so we really
Oh,
appreciate
no
it.
problem. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Glad
Appreciate
to have
it. Thank you
you.
for coming on.
yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And so thank you, Toph. As always, wonderful
course.
host. Thank you
Thank
everyone
you.
out there for calling in. And this is Radio Melee signing out.